are you, sir? We'd just like to ask you about why you don't want to fly commercial. Why have you said that you won't fly commercial? You said that it's like getting into a tube with a bunch of demons. Why do you think that? No. You said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did.
It is what it is. I'm going to tell you what they won't tell you, what none of them will ever tell you. And you may not like it, and I'm sure that you won't like it, and you'll get mad, and you'll say, fuck him, and screw him, and everything else. But there are those of you who already know this stuff. See, the world's been changed. And when they say something is a third world country, you have to understand it's a third world country. You ain't part of the third world country. If you're not getting me, third world. Let's say that you were from the first, so you wouldn't be part of the third, right? So why would they be using the word third world country? Well, it came after. It came after you did. Look. This is where it gets dicey, because this is reality, and those people that have been leading you around by your nose, they already know this, and this is the reality, okay? You are already in the valley of the shadow of death, okay? There was the first Earth age. You, me, and everybody else was there. We did something that was really good, so we wound up here. Okay? That's why you're in the skin, because that's kind of like your prison. Okay? And so the church knows that. And so because you're in the skin, because your spirit cannot escape, whereas we were in the spirit before, you are under the rule of the flesh. And that is what the secret is to the church. You are in the flesh. You're still spirit, but you're trapped here. In other words, you're in a prison. The black cube represents the prison that you reside in. And that thing is what Saturn represents, which is Satan. Sorry. It's true. Now, there's a whole lot more stuff that goes along with it, but the bottom line is, welcome to the machine. You're in the skin. You're not getting out. And until you are released from this fleshly jail, you will be within the confines of that thing, whatever it is. The best that I can. You're dead. We're all dead. That's why we wound up here. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. You're in the valley of the bones. You are in between. It's not purgatory, but you're in between what you were the first time. You're here, and then if you fuck up, you go to this side. So right now you're kind of like in the middle. So you're not in hell, but you're still removed from the Father. You see what I'm saying? But Jesus said, don't worry about the first death. You and I already suffered that. He said, watch out for the second death. That's the one that's coming. That's going to send us over to the other side. You're in the valley of the shadow of death. You've been here all your life. Okay? You pretty much deal with hell in a certain amount of way every day. With living and dying, laughing and crying, failures in relationships, money lost. We're not quite now, but we're almost there. You are in the valley of the shadow of death. Because the next step is right into the pit. That's where you are. People, you think you're alive because you're in the flesh? That's the great illusion. The great illusion is because, oh, look at me, I move around. You're in a fucking prison. You're in a prison because you're in the flesh. This whole time you thought you were free. You're not free. You're in the flesh. That's the prison, see? Because everything else is in the spirit world around you. And you're stuck in this fucking suit of armor that you can't get out of. And no matter how good you are, no matter how bad you are, you can't get out of it until you die. So, there's nothing wrong with being a good human. There's nothing wrong with being a wonderful human. You know, there's nothing wrong with taking care of humanity. You know, it's like being in a jail. Would you be looked down upon for taking care of other prisoners in the jail? No. But what happens? People say, well, what happens if I kill somebody or if I'm already in jail? You get more time, buddy. You get more time. And who's in charge of that? This world that we live in is run by demons. You're a demon. That's why you're in the flesh. That's your penance. Don't you get it? You're a demon. No, you're not this green, ugly, scaly thing that runs around screaming like a banshee. You fucking turn your back on the Creator a long, long time ago. And now, here's where you're at. And here's the kicker. Okay, you listening, Slick? I hope you are. Because you're going to be given a chance to make right what you made wrong. And you'll know when the time comes. You're already partially in hell. You're in the flesh because you are the demon. You turned your back on the Creator. That's why you're here. Sorry, folks. Not Twilight Zone reality. You are a demon. It doesn't mean that you were born that way. It doesn't mean that you're evil with claws and fingers. Let me kill children. It means that by all standards, you turned your back on the Creator the first time around. And anybody with any biblical understanding will tell you, yeah, you know, we are the ones that are in trouble. We're not condemned, but we're not saved quasi by faith. But we can make it. We can still make it. I think I quoted that wrong, but we're here in the flesh because we fucked up in the first Earth Age. So, you know, with all the dramatics, we fucked up. That's why we're here. Just remember this. You're dead. You died in the first Earth Age, and you betrayed the Creator. Ta-da! How's that sound?
Why have you said that you won't fly commercial? You said that it's like getting into a tube with a bunch of demons.